Hello, dear students. Very good morning. I hope everyone is doing good and safe at your homes. So, I have started the chapter Microorganisms, Friend and Foe. So, we have already learned we have already. Hello, dear students. Very good morning. I hope everyone is doing good and safe at your homes. So, we are learning the chapter Microorganisms, Friend and Foe. In the previous class, we have discussed about what are microorganisms, where they are present, and some of the uses like how they help in setting the curd and how they are useful in making bread, cakes, everything. Hello, dear students. Very good morning. I hope everyone is doing good and safe at your homes. We are learning the chapter Microorganisms, Friend and Foe. So, in the previous section, in the previous class, we have already discussed what are microorganisms, how they are looking, what are the types of microorganisms, and some of the uses we have learned. Means how they help in setting the curd, manufacturing or in the preparation of bread and cakes, and also in cleaning the environment. We have studied, and now let us see some more uses of microorganisms. So, coming to the commercial use of microorganisms, microorganisms are used for large scale in the production of alcohol. So, that also we have discussed, right, in the preparation of wine, beer, and all. So, that process we also call it as fermentation. Now, let us see medicinal uses of microorganisms. Medicinal use of microorganisms. Students, whenever you fall ill, the doctor may give you some antibiotic tablets. Antibiotics anta karitare, or maybe capsules, as you can see on the picture. So antibiotics or tablets or capsules or even injections, such as you might have heard penicillin injection, right? So the source of these medicines is microorganisms. So these medicines will kill or stop the growth of the disease causing microorganisms. Okay, so whatever the tablets they are giving, doctors are prescribing, they are nothing but they contain some microorganisms. So this may kill or stop the growth of the disease causing microorganisms in the body. Such medicines we call it as antibiotics. So, these days, a number of antibiotics are being produced from bacteria and fungi. So, such as streptomycin, tetracycline, erythromycin, and some of the commonly known antibiotics. So, these are usually made up of fungi and bacteria. So, these antibiotics are manufactured by growing the specific microorganisms. For example, if you have got typhoid fever, means they will use another kind of microorganism, that is fungi. Okay, they will use fungi to kill the bacteria. Okay, that means one organism is killing or stopping the growth of the other microorganisms. So the antibiotics are manufactured by growing specific microorganisms and are used to cure a variety of diseases. Okay, to cure variety of diseases they'll use so specific microorganisms. And these antibiotics are even mixed with the feed of livestock and poultry to check the microbial inflammation in animals. Like so ಈ antibioticsನ ಈ ಪೌಲ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಮೇವ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಫೀಡ್ ಟು ದ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಚೆಕ್ ದ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮೆನಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಆಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Students, we must be careful, and it is also important to remember that antibiotics should be taken only on the advice of a qualified doctor, and also you must complete the course prescribed by the doctor. If you take antibiotics when not needed or in a wrong doses, it may take the drug less effective when you might need it in a future. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಪ್ರಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೋ, so you have to follow the same prescription. and because it may take the drug less effective when you might need in a future. And also antibiotics taken unnecessarily may kill the beneficial bacteria in the body. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಏನಾದರೂ ಗುಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾನ ಕಿಲ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಅನ್ನೆಸೆಸರಿಲಿ. And the antibiotics, however, are not effective against cold and flu. ನಮಗೆ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಬಂದಾಗೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಆಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ viral diseases. So as we have discussed in the previous classes, like viruses are other group of organisms that we cannot use antibiotics to kill the viruses. So students, we are discussing penicillin, right? So penicillin was discovered by a scientist called Alexander Fleming. So you can see on the picture. So he is called Alexander Fleming. In 1929, Alexander Fleming was working on the culture of disease causing bacteria. Suddenly, he found that spores of a little green fungi in one of his culture plate. ಅವನು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾನ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಫಂಗೈ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಫಂಗೈ ಪ್ರಿವೆಂಟೆಡ್ ದ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ. ಅವನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಅಟ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಈ ಫಂಗೈ ತಿಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬೈ ದಟ್ ಈ ಕಮ್ ಟು ನೋ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ killed by the fungi. And also not only particular bacteria, it has killed so many bacteria in his culture. From this he prepared a penicillin. ಅವನು ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲಿನ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ.